Hey, Heather from Hooked on Pickin' here. I am here to talk to you about the reason that I do junk drawer lots on eBay. So what is a junk drawer lot and what is it not? So on eBay, there are various people that list things as junk drawer lots that are not actually what I would consider junk drawer lots. So a junk drawer lot is not a listing of all Legos or a listing of all neckties or a listing of all Matchbox cars. Those are Matchbox car lots or necktie lots or Lego lots. Now you can still make money with those kind of lots, but the goal is to buy very low, which sometimes you can do and sometimes you can't, and sell high. What I'm talking about when I talk about junk drawer lots are groupings of miscellaneous collectible items so that you can get lots of interest from various different people. Let me give you an example. So in front of me I have sitting poker chips. I also have sitting some vintage unicorn darts. And then I've got some vintage dolls, okay? So what I'm talking about with junk drawer lots is there's going to be someone with I'm going to have all of this in the same lot. I've also got some belt buckles. Someone is going to be interested in the dolls, okay? So that lady who wants the dolls is going to bid on my junk drawer lot. But there's going to be another guy that's interested in the poker chips. He's going to bid against the doll lady, who's also going to bid against the dart guy, who's also going to bid against the buckle guy. So because the items are small and I can put them all in one lot together, I'm creating a lot of interest from a variety of different people, and the goal is to get a bidding war. Okay, so that's essentially what the junk drawer lot is. You want a lot of things that are collectible, such as jewelry, coins, vintage, any kind of vintage new stock, dolls. I don't know if you noticed this doll. This is actually a vintage Mickey doll. And so in my listing, I'm definitely going to put Mickey Mouse and Disney in my title because that's going to create interest. I'm also going to put poker chips and belt buckles and buttons and jewelry. I looked online today, and the highest junk drawer lot, it's actually legitimately called a junk drawer jewelry lot, sold for $2,000. So you can go across the board. A lot of the jewelry lots sell for around $70, and they can have anywhere from costume jewelry to actual 14 karat gold type of items in there. So the goal of a junk drawer lot is random items, mismatched items, thrown together to get more interest. So individually, these poker chips are not really worth it to even list. These darts are not really worth it to even list. Even this Disney vintage doll may not be worth it to list, but you put them all together and now you've got a bidding war, and something that may have sold for $5 or $10 now sells for $40 because all these other people want different pieces of the lot. So your goal is to always get a bidding war. So you do not want to list these in a buy it now scenario. You always want to list them as an auction. Currently right now there are 4,479 junk drawer lots on eBay. So there's a lot of them out there, but your goal is to put some keywords in there so that you can find interest in the collectible buyers that are looking for specific items. Because you may have an item in here that you don't know is worth a lot, but they're bidding against a lot of people. So how do I make a junk drawer listing? There are some tips that I want to share with you. Number one tip, always on eBay, take good pictures. Now, a lot of times some cameras can't zoom in. Take a good picture, crop that picture so you can visually see every item very well. Take one group lot picture and then start taking pictures of the individual items so that the item that they're after they can see a good photo of. Another one, have a very good description. You need to list every single item that is in your lot so they know exactly what they're getting, they know how many they're getting, and they know in what condition they're getting it in. The biggie with junk drawer lots is make sure you cover your cost. Let's say I didn't spend $5, but let's say I spent $5 on all of these items, okay? If I sell it for 99 cents with free shipping, that's pointless. I've just lost money. So I want to make sure that I include the cost that I actually spent on my items. So I can do free shipping, but I better charge at least $5 so that I'm not losing any money. What I recommend is put everything together in the box you're going to ship it in, weigh it, and then do calculated shipping. Because if you ship something to the Midwest and you live in the Midwest, it may cost $3 or $4. But if you sell it to someone in California, that same lot is going to cost you $9 to ship. And so I always do calculated shipping because it's based on the zip code that they live in. So let's say this all weighs 1 pound. So I'm going to put in 1 pound, and that includes the box you ship it in. Make sure you include that. And it will calculate how much it's going to cost to ship to that person and charge them that much shipping. So make sure you always include your shipping cost in what you're listing. But we want to make sure that when you do junk drawer lots, you get lots of interest from various different buyers, and that you include good descriptions with everything that you do. So it can be a good money maker. Like I said, a $2,000 jewelry lot just sold just recently, and there's 4,000 lots on there, but you may have the one item, like the vintage Mickey doll, that somebody really, really wants to bid for, and they're going to bid against the poker chip guy, and you're going to make some more money. So I hope this has been really helpful. These are things you can always find at thrift stores and Goodwills or Goodwill outlets, and I hope this has been a good learning opportunity for you. And if you have any questions on what you might be interested in selling, just shoot me a line, subscribe, like, and I'd be glad to answer your questions. I usually answer them within 2 or 3 days. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins.